YouTube is a video game, and if you understand how to play, you can level up fast and get millions of views. Just like one of my clients who got 1.9 million views and $6 million in the last 12 months. You see, YouTube has secret cheat codes that can guarantee you'll go viral. And I even used these cheat codes myself to go from 0 subscribers to over 1,000 in the last 30 days. I learned these by working with people like the Cheeky Boyos, Eric, and Young Gravy. But unfortunately, 99% of small YouTubers don't know them. So it's no wonder that when you post a new video, it doesn't even get 1,000 views. And I'll be honest, it is not because your content is bad. It's because the top creators understand that there are shortcuts to going viral. And just like a video game, once you learn how to play, you can advance through the levels much faster. In this video, I'm giving everything away for completely free so that your next video can look like this. Over the next 10 minutes, I want you to pay close attention to how I ask questions. You'll notice something weird. There's a famous copywriter named Alan Sultanic. One of the writing secrets that he uses that makes it impossible for readers to leave is called Assumptive Questions. He uses it to sell you, but we can also use this to go viral on YouTube. And I know this works because when I tried it, these were the results. Assumptive questioning is where you predict and answer a viewer's question before they even ask it. In real life, this is extremely difficult to pull off, but when writing a YouTube script, it's very easy. But most people have never heard of it. Assumptive questions are most powerful in an intro because it makes it harder to click off. And if we can get more viewers staying past the 30-second mark, they are much more likely to watch the whole video. This shows the algorithm that we have good content and more people should see it. MrBeast just changed all of his thumbnails from an open mouth to a closed mouth. And yes, I chose MrBeast for retention purposes. You see, the audience already has a couple questions. Why did Jimmy do this? And what were the results of doing this? How does this even apply to me? What you can do is basically take those questions and then answer them. So why did MrBeast do this? He split tested each version to see if closing his mouth would increase CTR. What were the results of doing this? He realized that a closed mouth would be better CTR. How does this apply to me? Next time you make a thumbnail, try closing your mouth and see if you get a better CTR. Right, so these are very basic things, but when you put them all together, it sounds like this. MrBeast just changed all of his thumbnails from an open mouth to a closed mouth. He split tested each version to see if more people would click. And that resulted in a higher CTR for every video. So next time you make a thumbnail, try closing your mouth, then you might get more views. This script flowed way better than the original. And I can guarantee you that if you apply this, it will increase retention. But I'll be completely honest, going viral isn't always a retention problem. You see, I'm gonna be really real with you. Most beginners do the one thing that YouTube hates, and it's almost always the reason that they're waking up with no new subscribers. So until they understand this, they're gonna think that the algorithm is against them. YouTube works in a ranking system where there are millions of videos constantly in competition with each other all the time, all trying to be shown to the right viewer. And it's your job as the creator to show YouTube who your videos are for. But this is where 99% of people mess up. Now, MrBeast used to make videos that got no views. When he posted this video, YouTube thought, oh, he's a Minecraft YouTuber. Let's push his content out to Minecraft viewers. But then he posted this video. Now YouTube thinks, oh, he's a gaming channel. Let's push his content out to gamers. But then he posted this. YouTube pushed this video out to his gaming audience, but heard nothing back. Therefore, it must have been a bad video, but it wasn't. YouTube shows your content to who it thinks you make content for. So if you make a video that isn't related at all to your core audience, even if it's a great video, it will flop. So here is my game plan for you. Take out a notepad right now and write down all of the topics that you're interested in talking about. Then circle your top 3 that you've been interested in for over 3 years. Now head over to Google Trends and compare those 3 topics. The highest one has the best potential of going viral because you'll be able to make consistent videos about one topic that one audience will respond to. Keep doing this for 3 to 6 months and let me know how many subscribers you have. I've been doing it for just 1 month and I have 1,000 so far. But if you want to take it one step farther, I have to tell you about the best YouTube advice I ever heard. And it all has to do with the show Friends. When you and millions of other people sit down in front of your TV to watch the show Friends, you know exactly what you're gonna get. You'll get some laughs, drama, and a look in on some close friendships. But what you don't realize is that these are the things that make you come back. So the next time you want to relax and have some laughs, you'll remember that feeling that Friends gave you. Now, let's say you sit down to watch the new episode, but something isn't quite right. Monica is out in the jungle alone, building a survival shelter with only a spoon. The show producers decided to model this video that got 78 million views. I mean, it must do good. Look at those views. But unfortunately, it wasn't what the audience was expecting. They wanted friends, not how to build the most modern underground swimming pools with underground house. Both successful creators and Hollywood directors understand this. It seems obvious, but I see so many small YouTubers making this mistake. I recently went to VidSummit and saw Patty Galloway, one of Mr. Beast's consultants, give an amazing speech. And in that speech, there was one main takeaway that I haven't seen anybody else talking about. He showed us this diagram. Let's break it down because in it lies the shortcut to blowing up on YouTube. If you post a video and it flops, the first thing that you should ask is if the idea was bad. If yes, then it was our fault that our video wasn't interesting to our audience. If no, was the title and thumbnail bad? If yes, then it's our fault we didn't relate it to the audience. If no, was it a retention issue? If yes, then it's our fault that we didn't structure the video in a way that our viewers relate to. This framework shows us step by step how we can analyze our videos to see where we need to improve. But let's say that we check all of those boxes. There's one slide that I found very interesting, and it shows us exactly how we can get more views on each video. First, we have all the viewers that our channel could reach. For example, Mr. Beast makes content that could relate to almost anyone, while Iman Gaji makes content that's kind of capped out at entrepreneurs. Both of those are gigantic niches, but Mr. Beast has about 100x the view potential of Iman. Next, our idea determines the amount of possible views that we could get. For example, when Mr. Beast made this video about every single country in the world competing for $500,000, it did really well because it's such a high view ceiling. It targets almost everyone. But when Iman makes a video about students, it caps out at all the English-speaking students on YouTube. If you have a perfect video, which is completely impossible, you could reach everyone in your idea ceiling. But realistically, you will only reach a portion. So there are two ways to increase views. You either have to increase the height of your idea ceiling or execute your videos better. And typically, it's much easier to increase your TAM or total addressable market than it is just increase your production. But we have to remember that depending on your goal, having a lower TAM could be better. For example, Iman made the student video because he's trying to sell them a product. If he was aiming for views, he would change the title to this, but because he wants to sell these students a product and his target audience is students, that's who he made the video for. And the more specific you go and the more you decrease your TAM, the easier it is to sell people. But let's be honest, most of us are just trying to go viral. Speaking of Iman, I had a call with his lead creative guy this morning, and he shared something that I've never heard anyone else say. Sometimes late at night, I find myself going down the YouTube rabbit hole. I find myself watching videos like how daily life was in the Roman Empire, or what is at the bottom of the ocean. And after I go down these rabbit holes, I never feel productive or good about myself. I always feel like I just wasted my time. And I don't watch any of those channels over and over again. So Tristan told me at the end of each video, their goal is to make the viewer feel good about themselves for watching. That way they come back again and again because they feel like they're getting something done instead of just, wasting 10 minutes of their life watching a video. We can even look at this on my channel. I mean, this video has a lot of good information that not a lot of people share for free. And because of that fact, you've hopefully learned something that will either get you more views on YouTube or make you more money. You are taking precious time out of your day to educate yourself about growing on YouTube, which is way more productive than 99% of people do. Most people are just sitting and scrolling on TikTok, so that should be applauded. And I think it goes to show it's not like you're trying to trick the viewer into feeling like they've gotten some sort of value. You just have to give them a ton of value for free that most people would charge a ton of money for, and just give that away. Just give it for free, because that is how your audience is gonna come back again and again. And if you do that, you will go viral. Also going to mention that I have a completely free step-by-step guide to starting on YouTube in 2024. You can watch that here. Thank you all. Have a great day. Subscribe.